Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we're looking at Planet Hollywood the game, now playing everywhere, according to the tagline. Planet Hollywood, for those of you that don't know, was a sort of pop culture themed restaurant chain. I believe Arnold Schwarzenegger and a few other big celebrities were owners, Bruce Willis maybe. They had pretty decent food actually, I kind of miss them. But they had all sorts of marketing stuff to go with it, and this board game is one of those things. This one is for ages 12 and up. As I recall, it takes about half an hour to play. 2 teams of 2 or more. Contents include the Hollywood Game Timer unit, 162 cards, instructions, label sheet, requires 3 AAA batteries, which are not included. So let's see what we got here. You open it up, and inside's a chaotic mess. Now, basically your goal is to try and get more cards, as I recall. You wanted to form a little picture of a planet and get the most cards to do that. So the backs of the cards are how you win the game. And the front of the cards are questions. Give the titles of different movies that take place in medieval times. That sort of thing. And you have a limited amount of time to do that. Well, in order to track that, what we've got here is a globe. Let me get these cards out of the way, because these are a giant mess. A buddy of mine gave me a bunch of these games. I'm sure I've mentioned in other videos. That are kind of the normie games. They're not the die-hard type board games. So I thought we'd go through them because add a little diversity. There's our sticker sheet. Woo! Somebody used all the stickers. As you can see there, they're all glittered on there. There's a rule sheet here. There's not much to the game. It's a pretty simple game. Basically, this piece sits on top of here, like that, while you're playing the game. Well, inside of here is, if I can get this back off now. Yep, that figures. The cards will sit inside of here while you're playing. Probably like that. Some of the questions or objectives are going to be a little dated because this game is fairly old now. I believe it's the 90s. Yeah, 97 this came out. So, winning the game, according to the sheet, each time your team wins a card, turn it over and look at the design on the back. When you have 1 card for each design, you fit it together to form the Planet Hollywood puzzle. Then your team wins. You also win if you collect 7 cards. It doesn't matter if the backs of the cards are different or not. Alright, what to be aware of. This is electronic. So, as you can see, there's a piece broken off here. I actually have it in the box because there's these little plastic bits here that catch on to the sides here. And what happens is that when you're playing, people get a little rough with it. This does twist on, and you're supposed to hit this button, and it makes noise. And that's how much time you have to answer the question. And it's super annoying because the batteries were left in this, and it scared the bejesus out of me when I was trying to transport the box of games home. So I was like, driving along, and all of a sudden hit a little bit of a little bump, and it set this thing off, and it started going, and it scared the crap out of me because out of nowhere there's theme music behind me somewhere. So yeah, but it does need to be able to make the noise because it is a timer, and it's a very short timer. So be aware of that. And the pegs have to be able to go in here, so you want to check for those. 3 of them are here, 1's broken. I'm not a completionist, so I'm not too worried about it. There's 162 cards. And there's no duplicates, and they do have images on the back. So that's how you win the game, is get 7 of them or create the picture, just like I read. But that's really all there is to this game. And they're all pop culture trivia questions. Or statements, rather. Give the name of different movies with religious characters. Name movies with the word time in it. Name the characters from the Brady Bunch movies. What could you get? What could you do that would get you kicked out of a movie theater? And some of them have multiple choice ones. There's name different movies with Robin Williams, or name different movies with Henry Fonda. I don't think I could do that one on the fly. Different movies with Gene Hackman, Al Pacino, Harrison Ford, Chris Farley. Younger people might have some difficulty because, like, Chris Farley's been gone for several years now, so they may not even know who he is. If they can't figure out who Harrison Ford is, you shouldn't be playing with them because they're kind of dumb. But that's the Planet Hollywood game. There's not a lot of pieces there, but there's pieces that could easily be broken, like the sound effects for the globe. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time on What's Inside.